All right. All right. Fucking gather around, everybody. Gather around. Gather around. Everybody that has ever uttered the words quarterback controversy about the Dallas Cowboys in the last month or so this season, you are excused because, yeah, I mean, if it wasn't any more fucking obvious just from the last game alone about how limited this offense is and how little they can do with Cooper Rush compared to Dak Prescott. I even saw one dumbass say that, a few weeks ago that Cooper Rush opens up the playbook. Cooper Rush allows the Cowboys to open up the playbook a bit more, even though he does significantly less than Dak Prescott, which I don't fucking understand at all how that would make sense. But anyways, it was the same Cowboys shit that we saw in the second half of last season, just with a different quarterback. And that really makes me skeptical. That really makes me wonder, would the outcome of this game really be any different at all with Dak Prescott? Just the first half, we got shut out, basically, right? Only got a field goal. The offense just looked completely unprepared for the Philadelphia Eagles. Turnover after turnover after turnover. Could hardly even get the ball past fucking midfield, right? And then in the second half, they try to come back. They only play 15 to 30 minutes of a 60-minute ball game, which is what we saw pretty much all of the second half of last season, okay? So, and the penalties, it was like a direct copy and paste from last season. I swear to God, the penalties on us were abysmal. Some of them were completely easily avoidable. There was absolutely nothing we could have done the entire game with the Eagles quarterback sneak with Jalen Hurts. We couldn't do anything about that. And you guys saw just how unbelievably crippled and limited the Cowboys' offense is with Cooper Rush. The running game, when it finally got started again in the second half, looked okay. The Cowboys, their defense didn't create any takeaways at all, which, again, from what I saw, which I'm just saying that because I wasn't able to watch the third quarter, but I watched the whole rest of the game, and it was a joke. The game didn't start for us really until the second half. It was just an abysmal, sloppy performance up until that point, and you have us trying to claw our way out, but this time with Cooper Rush, and it's not going to work at all. Huge props to the Eagles and that defense. Your guys' secondary is fucking ridiculous. That last interception that Cooper Rush threw, the announcers were trying so hard to give it to Brandon Graham and say, oh, the pressure from Brandon Graham, and oh, Brandon Graham is a fucking Eagles legend. Brandon Graham had nothing to do with that play. He did not alter that throw in the slightest. Cooper Rush just cannot throw the ball any further than 20 yards. Okay? It was a horribly, horribly underthrown ball, which, if he hits him in stride, is a touchdown. and from that point, we have a 3-point game with however many minutes remaining. And the defense also sold in this game too. The first time this season that we allowed more than 20 points in the fucking game. And a lot of it came from shitty, very avoidable penalties that we just got caught on. CoNTRaVeRsY, he had an outstanding game, got us in great field position in the Eagles' 40-yard line near the end of the first half, and all we could do was get a fucking field goal out of it. The lack of preparation going into this game for our offense was terrible, and the lack of discipline with this team all around was just a perfect window into what November, December, and January looked like for us last season. So, the Philadelphia Eagles, I want to say that this was our first non-average opponent. I want to say that this was our first, I guess, real elite team that we went up against. And they definitely looked like it today. So I don't want to hear any shit about, oh, well, the Eagles played soft opponents. Well, we're implying that we're not soft. We were implying that the entire fucking week, and we got absolutely steamrolled in this game. Just a very shitty, very disappointing loss. I'm so ready for Dak Prescott to come back. But in all honesty, I don't know if I want to see him suit up next week against the Detroit Lions. I feel like that might be a bit risky, but I don't know. We have a bye week right after that, so maybe bring him in the week after that in Lambeau versus the Green Bay Packers, which really wouldn't, be a good place for him to come back either. But, we'll see. Yeah, just a very sloppy, very just a poor performance from the coaching staff with the lack of discipline and just so fucking sloppy and unprepared the whole team was for the most part. And I can't deal with this shit. But anyways, 4-2. That's right. Detroit, Chicago, and then the bye week. All right, thank you. Sorry, I'm just really looking forward to that Green Bay game, honestly. But yeah, it was a terrible fucking loss. Just mistakes that very easily could have been avoided. So, anyways, next week we're going on against the Detroit Lions. We got 2 noon games at home ahead of us. Very much looking forward to that. And we'll see what we can do in these next 2 weeks. Hopefully we can bounce back from this. The NFC East is airtight right now. We are currently 3rd in the division. This is our first NFC East loss since 2019, and it fucking sucks. We really wanted this, and we so easily could have had this if it wasn't for the goddamn fuck ups that were easily avoidable throughout the whole goddamn game. But anyways, let me know what you guys think. Cowboys versus Lions next week. I'm up in the air about who should be at quarterback, because I don't want to rush Dak Prescott, which, by the way, speaking of injuries, Micah Parsons, you gotta rest some games. I could just tell. I could tell early in the game, you're hurt. You're trying to play through hurt. Do not fucking do what Ezekiel Elliott did last year, where you're trying to play through an injury, but it turns out you're just being useless. Even though you have good intentions and you're a lion and all that, whatever bullshit, you're hurting yourself. You're putting your own interest before the team's fucking interest. And it's not cool. You're doing more damage to yourself. We got 2 easy opponents coming up, along with a bye week these next 3 weeks. I would much rather you sit out these next 3 weeks, okay? And then come back when you're feeling a lot better against Aaron Rodgers and Lambeau Field on November 13th, okay? So that's my take on Micah Parsons. From what I saw, he did not look as great as he usually does. But anyways, yeah, the offense is just terribly limited. I feel like the outcome would have been somewhat similar had Dak Prescott been in this game. But anyway, just with the terrible preparation and coaching this week. But anyways, let me know what you guys thought. Cowboys are 4-2, could be a hell of a lot worse, obviously. But it's still an inexcusable loss on the coaching staff's part. So anyways, I'll see you guys next time. I'll see you all next week. And peace.